So it appears that Keir Starmer is really living up to his name as Kid Starver Starmer. I mean, the first time we've heard of that name was when he dilly-dallied on free school meals, which he turned around following Mark Rashford's campaign. He's also, in a broader, more harmful way, he's been complicit in supporting greenlighting the siege of Gaza, whereby they cut off food, water, electricity. So he's been complicit with a lot of starvation of children. But it appears that he's continuing this trend, this tradition of Keir Starmer, whereby he has not done anything to scrap the benefit cap to children in poverty. Numerous studies show that if this cap was lifted on this child credit being given to children more than two per family, it would lead to an alleviation of poverty for at least 30,000 children. 30 to, it's a lot of children basically. And Keir Starmer has used his authoritarianism, his strong, ham-fisted rule of the Labour Party, because he doesn't care about people, he cares about the party line. Despite what he likes people to think, he is party first, party integrity first, and which means integrity is a code word for fascist to maintain authority. Really, Labour Party not supposed to be an authoritarian party. They're supposed to be for the working class. They're supposed to alleviate the stresses, the burdens of the very disenfranchised, the poorest in society. And here we are, whereby he suspended seven of his best MPs in the Labour Party, from Zarah Sultana, John Macdonald, you've got Rebecca Long-Bailey, you got all these legends who are carrying the torch of what it means to be truly Labour. Because it shouldn't be news to any of us. The Labour Party, following when the Labour Party was under the management of Jeremy Corbyn, it had a surplus, funding from grassroots membership fees. Now, obviously, since then, those members have withdrawn their membership of this more neoliberal party. When I mean neoliberal, is basically following the tax rules, the kind of the economic model that benefits corporations. Basically what we call trickle-down economics, whereby if you give corporations, big business, the super rich, what they want, it means alleviating their some of the less burdens on the super rich, so that those benefits will somehow trickle down to everyone else. However, this has not been shown to work. In fact, this actually increases the gap between the super rich and the super poor. And in fact, actually, is degrading the power of the middle class also. So Labour have, not only are they compromised by supporting the corporations that are donating to them, because of course, since the membership dwindled from the working class grassroots supporters, they've had to get the donors from the corporate sectors, including fossil fuel donors, fossil fuel corporations, as well as people with interest in fossil fuels, like Lord Donahue, who's a climate skeptic, who, following his donation of £10,000 to Rachel Reeves' office, we saw Labour dilly-dally and drop its pledge for a green prosperity package pledge towards putting 28 billion into green jobs, improving green infrastructure. And centrist pundits will lie to you. They will tell you that this is all part of the bigger plan to improve the economy, but they don't understand basic economics. If you alleviate the burden on the super rich, those benefits won't dwindle down and it won't, trickle down to the very poor. It's never done. It's never shown in reality, unless there's a redistributive measure, which Keir Starmer, of course, he's not. He's not beholden to the idealism of caring about other people, and he cares about the metrics of focus groups. He cares about how to position his party so as to win against his opposition. That's all he cares about. He doesn't care about policies that actually impact the lives of everyday people. We see this when it comes to not scrapping the two-child benefit credit. And he's so authoritarian, he's so adamant in not providing benefit to the tens of thousands of children that he removed the whip, basically suspended for 6 to 7 months these MPs, these legends. So really, what are Labour doing? They're not supporting Labour. And also, I digress, I'm using testing out this microphone because I'll be doing street interviews in a short to medium term future. In the next couple weeks to several months, you'll see some interviews. So if this sounds a little bit different, I have to apologize. If it sounds, not the usual clarity that you get from the AKG microphone, standing microphone, but this is a test. But I digress. The Labour Party is really the party of corporate donations. And also, let's not forget that there was an Leveson inquiry with regards to corruption in the Rupert Murdoch-owned media and media in general, which Labour decided not to go ahead with, basically a public inquiry, so as to look at the involvement, the influence and the corruption of these mainstream news media outlets, of which Rupert Murdoch would be in the firing line of that. Of course, they dropped that pledge because there was a compromise made. Labour said, if you give us good press, we won't put you under the thumb of this inquiry. So there's corruption there for you. So if the Labour Party are anything, they will just appeal to the highest bidder, and the highest bidder is not the working class, it's not the poor. And also, let's not forget, Labour Party say that they've inherited this incredibly bad conditions of the economy, the complete destroyed economy. That was by the prior government, the Conservative Party, which benefited the super rich. Are they going to do anything to increase taxes so as to alleviate the burden on the country and maybe benefit those who suffered the most, even though they had the least amount of control regarding the complete destruction in economic infrastructure of the country? How will they benefit them? No, they won't. So this is why centricism is really a red carpet rollout to the far right, because they don't have anything of message. They don't have anything that benefits the working class. And so you'll find a lot of poor people, a lot of working class people feel disillusioned, ignored, betrayed. And so they go over to the far right. And the far right has a scapegoat. That's immigrants. Anyways, I'll be discussing immigrants in the future, how that is a contentious topic. But for now, hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. That'd be very much appreciated. Thank you.